What is alcohol misuse and abuse? Basically, alcohol misuse and abuse are unhealthy drinking. When we drink to forget our problems, drink when we have medical problems from drinking, or drinking to the point where our health and our safety are at risk, we're engaging in alcohol misuse and abuse. They're basically harmful behavioral patterns around alcohol use, and they're both red flags for alcoholism. What are the causes of alcoholism? For many people, drinking during their teens, or in some cases earlier, seems to be the chief cause of alcoholism. Alcoholism most often starts in a person's 20s or 30s. Genetics plays a role, right? So a family history of alcohol abuse seems to be a major factor. Mental health disorders are often causes of alcoholism as well. Alcohol is perhaps the most popular form of self-medication in our country. So trauma also drives alcohol misuse and abuse. Finally, environmental factors play a role too. So growing up or being in an environment where alcohol misuse is common is a risk factor for alcoholism. 6 major warning signs of alcoholism. So number 1 is finding reasons to drink, especially when you shouldn't. Number 2 is engaging in unhealthy drinking patterns, particularly binge drinking. Binge drinking is when you consume many drinks in a single sitting. Number 3 is having relationship problems with friends, spouses, or possibly employers due to drinking. Number 4 is running into problems at work or at home or school due to alcohol use. Number 5, losing interest in hobbies, relationships, or other enjoyable activities and drinking instead of doing those things. And finally, number 6 is frequently drinking with friends or by yourself. What are alcohol withdrawal timelines? So alcohol withdrawal can be extremely difficult. In severe cases, a person might even experience seizures, coma, and even death. It's why withdrawing from alcohol should always be done with a professional who's there to help. It's safer, it's much more comfortable, and it's much more likely to be successful. What is alcohol nose? Alcohol nose is a slang term to describe a red, swollen nose, and it's thought to be associated with heavy drinking. But most researchers think that alcohol has actually very little to do with how a person's nose looks. Conditions like rosacea and others can make a person's nose look like the stereotypical alcohol nose. Frankly, this term seems to be part of the stigma around addiction, and it should be avoided. What is blood alcohol content? Blood alcohol content, or BAC, is a way to measure the amount of alcohol in a person's bloodstream after drinking alcohol. 0% BAC is normal. Anything over 0.45 BAC, on the other hand, is usually lethal. The federal limit to legally drive in the US is 0.08% BAC. And for most, this is about 4 drinks. How long does alcohol stay in your system? Many factors affect how long alcohol stays in a person's system. So let's call the following answers general estimates. So a blood test can detect alcohol for up to 6 hours after your last drink. A urine test can detect alcohol for up to 14 hours. A breath test can detect alcohol for the same length of the urine test. So breath analysis can detect alcohol for up to 14 hours. And a saliva test can also detect alcohol for 12 to 14 hours after the last drink. Finally, hair follicle tests can detect alcohol for up to 3 months after the last drink. Alcohol abuse is treatable. If you or a loved one you think may be struggling with alcohol abuse, know that there's help. Please reach out to the Edge Treatment Center today.